It's the time to get down.
In the city on a hill.
I'm ready.
I read your Facebook posts, PMC and Mac, religiously. Y'all got my full attention. I give y'all the full attention. I'm supposed to mail your glasses.
Well, you know what? And let me say this. No exercise.
No exercise.
No exercise, man.
Man, listen.
No exercise. What's that?
That's a little wave. It's a Payla Bell wave.
That's right. I'll give you guys something, right? Hey, welcome to Morning Coffee, you guys. We on delayed double banger day. You know, we was up here fighting the gremlins. The gremlins, man, was seriously real. And the funny thing about it, the internet was all in full effect and doing a wonderful job, but our castle locked us out. Now,
Man,
Mark,
I don't know.
how did our own castle, we work with it, how does it lock us out?
You
man?
know, it's just like getting older. When you notice that certain things that have been reliable start to betray you.
Like
well, your website is sort of like your penis.
Oh,
you know,
dang.
it's going along one day, everything works great, and then all of a sudden it's not there.
Okay. Sounds like a problem to me, man.
And you go
Sounds
like,
a
where are you? You've always been there.
Well, you need to apologize. Let me first apologize because we made you wait, and that's not good. Because in the age of social media, streaming on demand, you make people wait 18 to 20 minutes, they're actually going to see other programs. So hopefully
That's
we get
true.
you back, man.
That even, you know, in that amount of time, they could have been in line at Starbucks.
I got my Starbucks. I mean, well, I don't know. It all depends. Hey, you guys, we're going to give you a little shortened program, not the fully loaded, but you're going to get some new sports. You're going to get some hot picks. And I know my sports, I'm telling you right offhand. There's somebody in basketball who actually knows about the NFL better than the NFL knows about itself. His name is Mark Cuban. We're going to talk about that because he's spreading his love across the land of the NFL. He says it will implode. Also, who's going to stop the Spurs? Okay, 4 teams snapping games in a row. Who's going to stop the Spurs? And then...
Never thought we'd be talking about that, did you?
All day. And here's the thing. Should CEOs across all NFL sports that own franchises be subject to drug testing? We'll talk about that.
If they're going to test the players, why not test the officials?
That's right.
I think they ought to test the referees.
Okay, they did.
And the commissioners.
They did. Remember the lockout?
And if you can have a drink, why can't you have a joint? Okay, so they don't test you for alcohol, right? So if you can have a beer, that's the real question. That's the real legal question.
Wait, and look.
Is if you can have a beer or a glass of wine,
right,
why can't you have a joint?
Well, like I said, we're trying to look at fair and equitable treatment. But when owners say
like that's around
fair and equitable, your rules, my rules, wave your hands, hope, and pray.
Let's just do what we came to do.
This is a partial wave. I don't know what you're doing. What is this? This is like what?
Come on! Come on! Be cool!
Okay, you know what? I don't even know if anybody can relate with that one. I really don't. I don't think they can relate with you sitting down.
This is how when you go like underneath the covers, you have to do like this, you know.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
Hey, baby, Mario, what are you under the covers? Oh,
that's
he's under the covers again.
Hey, man.
Hey, you guys, crazy day in the neighborhood, but that's okay. We're gonna, the whole thing is part of internet television, is adjusting to the things that occur, kind of on the fly.
Such as you're gonna see us. We're going to use some kind of camera, and we're going to let you see us, no matter what it is.
Yeah, you can see it. And so, and there you go. And it's cool because, hey, some days, like I walked out this morning, everything's ready. And there is no way to access the website.
And wait a minute.
No way to access the website.
And you know what time it happened? Because I was out here, and everything was cool. So I left probably somewhere, a few clicks after 9 to go up. Things smooth.
So typically what it is, I can tell you what the most common denominators, a problem with the server.
Right.
And they're adjusting that right now or switching the server. That's most likely. So usually when it's a big thing you can't access, you should just chill.
Right.
Chill and wait a while. I don't even tell people to get into the whole thing of writing emails because by the time you look up who to contact, it's going to take you a bunch of time to figure out who to even contact, then try to contact, blah, blah, blah. Just to find out it's a glitch. No. It's better just to go have breakfast.
Or
go have a latte or something.
Well, you already figured it out because it's localized to our Paxter website.
Well, pretty much. That's why. Now, Vic and I, that's what I love about working with Vic, because now he has a really, really good appreciation for, like, these are technical things. So the question becomes, what do you do?
And it was so simple.
What do you do?
It was simple.
What do you do?
If you get internet access,
because we couldn't access the website, so we decided, hey, it took a minute though. See, what gets me, I always hate how long it takes from the time the problem comes up. I'm timing myself to how long it takes me to figure it out. It's just the nature of the game. I'm timing myself. That's right. And so it took me a few minutes. Then we realized we could run the web show off the website on our computer. Mm-hmm. We're not running it from up in the air. Now, there's going to be some things we're going to run into.
Yeah, we're going to.
But we're running it. Yeah, you can see it, and everything works and everything. You got now. If you save the hot picks, it'll be there.
It'll be there. It won't make any difference.
And a new sport,
right?
Man, but it's a trip when you have stuff like this, y'all. Well, thank you for the faithful. Thank you, everybody. This is Internet Television, Morning Coffee Show. And it's the way we do it. And wonderful things are on the horizon. Remember, every time we have a problem, though, look how simple the problems are. So that's a reminder to you that you, too, can do Internet Television. And that this is part of the journey. Just like the early days of radio, the early days of television, Mac McAllister was there.
Man, why you jumping on Mac, man?
I tease Mac. Mac, 74 years young. Mac McAllister, you guys, the G&M Bureau Chief. He's the host of our pre-show. You were listening to it this morning. Mac McAllister. Oh, there's my sounds.
Oh, that's all right, man. It's okay. You know, you got to give people some FYI. You know, I like what you guys do. PMC, Mac, I like when you guys bring us the FYI in the community of entertainment, like we did with Jim Kelly about his battle with cancer. I like stuff like that. More,
totally.
Bring more. Mac, when you post those videos, man, I need that. I need that your perspective on what you post, so I can share it with everybody else.
That's one of the big things I'm working on right now. But remember, I'm trying to make sure it's not obnoxious to our friends.
Too late.
I know. Well, the thing is, with the Uvu, Mac, who has a wonderful voice, PMC too, wonderful voice, we can get them to do either voice commentaries or come live through the Uvu.
Right.
We ready to test some of that stuff and do the Uvu live on the air. Right. It really has to do. Hey, PMC, if you have your headset, Mac, when you guys have it has to do with what you guys can run at the same time. That's where it gets a little weird for our friends, because if they're watching the show, you know, then we go Uvu. For them, it becomes an issue immediately, which one they're opening or both open, blah, blah, blah. So that's the stuff we have to practice. I want to let PMC and Mac know that, because our shows that we're talking about coming up with involve that. And that's one of the announcements, you guys, because it is Tuesday, March 25th, 2014. And we have announcements. And one of the announcements today is about our upcoming new program schedules. That's right. We have new program schedules here at Pax Stereo TV, and that's because we have new programs. For example, now, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you'll be able to watch the rebroadcast of Making Miko Williams. That's the show that's all about creating the brand, building the brand that is Miko Williams. And it's more of a reality-type concept show, because we're working on how to build the brand that is Miko Williams, and so you can be part of the conversations, listen to the conversations that we have about what's important about building this brand that is going to be Miko Williams. And so we're meeting on that, and it's rebroadcasting, okay? And PMC, there's a bunch of headsets. Don't spend a bunch. I spent $25 on ours. And those are those Plantronics. I can put the headsets that we got. We like them. Because we got a USB headset.
Yeah, you're talking.
It's a USB headset.
Yeah, it's kind of similar. Just so I can show them. It's a little bit like this.
Yeah, USB headset.
USB, just bam, all day.
So with this show, we'll be building the brand that's Miko. We're going to be shooting it every week, because every week we're meeting about Miko every week now. And well, you know, we have a schedule every Sunday, 2 to 4. Now, and we're doing different things. Now, on Monday, the Morning Coffee Show has the full rebroadcast every night at 10 p.m. But now we also have Victor Allen's New Sports rebroadcast at 7 a.m. daily. Just the New Sports. And the Hot Picks rebroadcast every day at 5:30 p.m. Okay? All right.
Can't run.
Now, also, on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, like I said, you have Making Miko Williams at 7. At 8 o'clock, you have Pump It or Dump It. That's Miko's Blog Talk radio show. Mm-hmm. We're porting that over. It's an experiment, too, but watch how we do it. Watch how we do it. We're porting it over into the internet television broadcast.
Right.
What Miko does with her Pump It or Dump It show. And that'll be available also.
We have all these names that tend to have double meanings.
They do.
Yeah.
Now, Mac McAllister, the G&M bureau chief, where is it? Here he goes. He rebroadcast. So I updated Mac's folder. See, part of this is just developing a workflow so I can keep up with everything. Mac is now all of a sudden pumping out videos.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's
I really want Mac to upload those into Mac's channel.
Right, I know what you want.
His live stream channel, but I got to show him how to do it again. Because, Mac, I want you to upload those into your live stream channel. Now, what I did do is I downloaded a bunch of Mac's latest videos and put them in our broadcast folder.
Right.
So now on our channel, when it's time for Mac's rebroadcast, and Mac broadcast, I was just looking for the time. Mac broadcast at 2 p.m.,
right.
We have Mac McAllister's Journal, half an hour of Mac stuff, followed by half an hour of Tanashi. So that's a nice little hour right there. And we can always increase it. But we just updated a bunch of new Mac videos into the folder.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys? So I want everybody to know. That's because we're trying to incorporate the new stuff faster. Get it into the broadcast. And the other thing, we're making a list of commercials that we're going to be working on and that we need help with. Like we need commercials for Hot Picks, for Local Zone. We have this idea that every week when Mac does his show, he could also do a short 30-second, 15-second, whatever he really wants, promo for that week's show.
Right.
And I could download it, Mac, like I download the other stuff. So think about that, Mac, because I could have that in our rotation, in our broadcast announcements about Mac McAllister, what's going on this week. So we know we're going to be doing commercials, needing help for commercials on Making Miko, Morning Coffee, New Sports, Pump It or Dump It, Quiet Storm, and Tech Moments, which is now Tech Moments with Mario and Miko. And so all these are the commercial categories. But all this new programming, you guys, and really just trying to incorporate our people. So remember, with all of Mac's new stuff, I'm trying not to miss it. That's what we have to work on, the communication, how he notifies me.
Right.
So I don't miss the episodes, or I know which episodes he wants me to put in and which ones not.
Right.
See, that's what we have to work out. But we got a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, Mac, Mac, you don't have to change. Yeah, Mac, everything, the way you're doing it, it's just what we're going to talk about. Yeah, but everything is cool.
Yeah, you're actually it's almost like if you already are doing Facebook postings, why not add the posting to the protocol?
Totally. Hit all of them.
And it's just going to be an extra step. And it goes in, and it'll be in a format, a time, a sequence. That's what you're trying to do. Because
that's what's so cool. We can maximize it. Now that Mac is hitting Facebook, everybody's hitting Facebook. So we can maximize our exposure. That's why I try to talk about our Jedi Knights. I try to talk about them. I assume they want exposure, even if they don't know what to do with it yet, right? I mean, we want to build a community, and then we'll figure out what to do with the community later.
Right.
But that's why I'm trying to maximize the exposure of all of us. So any of you guys who have ideas too, let me know. And the UVU is important because one of the upcoming shows we talked about is the one where it's just Mac, PMC, myself, Miko, and Vic. And it's called Let's Watch Together, something like that right now. But basically each of us, we're going to go person to person, and they're going to be able to talk and explain about a YouTube video they want to play, and then we play it.
Right.
We're going to say under 10 minutes. We really want them 5, but if it's cool, it's long.
Right.
If it's good, we just go. But then we'll rotate from person to person.
Right.
And watch and display these videos from YouTube. And it's a set group. Okay, so we want the UVU set up for that, so we can do that. And we're going to test that live. Right. And also, the upcoming tracking shows where we have our judges, it looks like at least the people we're going to invite to be judges is Mac, PMC to start, and Miko. So when you think about the way shows are done now, we have our tracking show where the indie artists are tracking. They're going to get like 1 hour to do the best version of a song.
It takes that long.
That's right.
You need help if it takes an hour.
And y'all going to judge it.
Yeah.
And again, UVU we're going to use so that you can comment. Now, if you don't want to show your face, you don't have to. You can make a picture You know what I'm saying? Uvu have it so when we cut to you, it could be a picture.
Whatever it is, it needs to be a representation.
Yeah, just do a
of your
representation.
brand. Yeah, of your brand.
Okay,
Don't leave it empty.
right. So then we can also pump up the brands that is Mac,
right,
and that is PMC,
right.
Because and remember, PMC, you guys, you can always make commercials for your own stuff and send those to me. Remember, we got open slots, and we need to start using this. When you watch that broadcast at Pack Stereo, watch it become more us. But remember, we got plenty slots to promote our people.
And we can turn over as fast as the demand and the appetite of the social public, which is a really hungry and impatient public. So you don't live for one particular content episode for weeks.
Right.
You turn it over as fast as you can. That's the reality of it.
Right.
Yeah.
But we know the main thing, that when Mac puts out a video, does a work of art, and he puts it on YouTube,
right,
we know he probably wants that to go into his channel.
Right.
And it may be the featured video of the week or whatever.
Right.
But I want him to control that at the live stream, Mac. I just want to help you get in and out, because that's just you uploading from the pad.
That's
All
right.
you're going to do is upload it into the live stream and then drag it to the order.
That's right.
So I want you to control that in the featured video. You know, we got the Max player, his channel plugged in everywhere.
Yeah.
But we got to add these new videos. And then what I did is I made another folder in our broadcast, Mac 2014, we're broadcasting.
Right.
It's all this new stuff, because it's hot. The video we played the other day was bumping.
Well, you know, and here's the thing that we have to do, because a lot of people just don't know the who, what, when, where, why, and how. And I'm working with Miko, some others. I said, you know what, the simple format, and I sent her something. I said, pretend like every video is an event, and you wanted to announce why people should watch it. They would actually tell you who's participating in it, why you should watch it, what's the hook on it that makes it, and they want to hear your language.
Totally.
They want to hear, and that changes everything, because it's treated like a PR agency or your marketing arm is trying to say, look at Max or PMC's video or whatever they're placing. Unbelievable. I thought it was, and even if it's yours,
right?
Because I have to do that with Local Zone. I have to sit back and massage it as if I'm my own agency. Just don't post and walk away from it, because people don't know what the catch is, especially if it's a long video.
That's why we want that stuff. Just like every week when Mac puts out that show, right?
Oh, I love it.
So it comes out, and we love the show. But but it gets posted. Look, Vic.
Right.
It gets posted with only a date.
I know.
He needs the metadata. He needs a 1 or 2. Let's see, Mac. What we're saying is, we need a TV guide description,
right?
A 1 or 2 line description. You can say this week we focus on the such. But I was thinking again, if Mac cut us a short piece, because while he's working every week, he could just make that piece this week on Mac McAllister. Yeah. Pump it, upload it with the other stuff, and I'll install it from there.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. We just trying to expose, and because he has so many videos, to use those in our rotation more.
Right. And we're going to need the descriptions anyway. The metadata is really, there's a short way of doing the metadata.
When we say metadata, you guys, we mean the titles and descriptions and the tags.
It's what pulls people in to watch it. And, and it's great when they say, here, go to 1 minute 40 seconds. Unbelievable, Bob. You tell them, makes them wait. You pull them in.
Exactly.
There. You have to do that, or else people are going to say, well, why?
So remember that, because we're promoting just like the fact that Mac is the pre-show.
Right.
And that's Monday through Saturday. The only day Mac is not heard here is Sunday. Sunday morning is the only day of the week that Mac's not playing.
Great rotation.
So, yeah, any promos and regular Mac, see Mac every week, a promo for his show.
Yes.
I mean, don't make it a lot of work. Just say what this week's show is featuring.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, but you can do whatever you want.
Right.
Because you see what happens is, I don't like telling y'all what to do. Because
yes, you do.
but they're too creative. You're too creative. See, I would tend to, I don't want to hinder your thinking. We got rule. We need to have promos. We got commercial slots at the hour, 15, half, 45. We need to have commercials about our own shit. Stuff.
There you
commercials.
Go. There you go.
So we say at Mac, every week has a show. Every week we need a commercial.
You got it.
Every week for Morning Coffee. We talking about Tamiko about the same thing every week.
You could be 10 seconds, 15, 20.
Right.
Sometimes alternative short really impactful ones versus the elongated ones.
Right. In other words, interact with us more so we can support you more. I'm gonna be playing this. In other words, it'll be scheduled to go to Mac's latest commercial.
Oh, Mac.
It should be a given that I showcase his latest videos. If I'm aware that they're there. See what happens. Sometimes they slip by me.
Right.
But he does send it. He's got it. We'll work that out.
Well, he got it. He said, oh, good. He says, Mario, he'll charge you maybe about, $25 for each. Okay, Mario, $25.
Whatever he wants to do, because it's this week of Mac McAllister. I'm going to have it so like almost every hour or something, it's going to be saying, this week of Mac McAllister. And you could say daily at Pax Stereo TV, 10 a.m.
Right.
Because he played, 9 a.m.
Right.
Because every day at 9 a.m.,
right.
Mac McAllister.
Hey, look.
Every day. Daily,
every placement.
9 a.m.
You know what it reminds me of? It kind of reminds me when you look at the late night talk shows. No matter what, the New Day, they encourage you with something short, quick, why you should be here, why the placement, why you should watch. That's the thing we're trying to work on. It's a lot of content, but we got more than enough content. We just got to get it organized.
Well, that's the whole thing in terms of what people want out of it. See, that's what I'm saying. My thing, like we were telling Miko, and also when we were sitting around talking with Sophia Janelle Taylor.
Right. Yeah.
If none of us are making any money at this.
Don't tell them that.
Yet. Well, it's advertising dollars, right? Whatever that is.
Well, yeah, whatever.
But the point is as you build community, because there is a starting point. See, what we're doing is that we are creating a phenomenon. One day when they write the story of what was created, the name Philip Cuthbert, Mac McAllister, Mark Hemsley, Victor Allen, Mika Williams will be part of the story of what happened when internet television of this type was created. Because the thing you guys got to remember, when we do those live interactive shows, that's unprecedented. Never has existed that way before.
Right.
If you made a request to a DJ, you made one in a night, and maybe once every few weeks, maybe you might get a request. We're playing most of the requests every night in a live interactive way. We do that. So everybody remember that. That's part of the thing. The Quiet Storm every Tuesday, 8 p.m., live DJ interactive chat room. Part of the phenomena. It's amazing. So organic. Never knew it could be like this. I try to just do the intro group of songs, then I go with the requests. I don't screen them, nothing. I just rotate through my people. Because I feel like if PMC makes a request and I never heard of it, it's not like I go look that up. I go, let's see what my brother has. That same thing with Mac. So the whole thing is we play tracks that we never heard before. And what's amazing is the quality of the show. It's a blast. This week the theme is love and hip hop. Ain't nothing but a love thing. Love and hip hop. So come on, I got some stuff already. I got a 90-minute pre-show, a video that includes Mary Blige, Tupac Shakur, Tribe Called Quest, Heavy D, D'Angelo, LL Cool J, The Roots, Slick Rick, Common. Come on, y'all. Love and hip-hop. It's been a bunch of years with hip-hop. Hip-hop ain't no baby no more. Hip-hop is moving to the senior role. So love and hip-hop, and we'll be there tonight. And like we said, we expect PMC for this show. This is one of those shows. We expect PMC to come with a little lead. That means PMC. So, you can bring more requests if you have them at the beginning. Like if you got like 4 or 5 good requests in the beginning, then cool. But if you can't get to it, it's not but if you do, because I'm going to look toward you. I got my things too. But some of the PMC knows the hip hop way better than me.
I got me a lead story.
You do?
Yeah. It's titled Courtesy of EUR Web. Lee Bailey, what's up? Lee
Bailey!
Why every black woman should marry a Jewish man.
Why? Because more and more black men are becoming Jewish?
No, I'm just saying it's great. But see, it's more. It's always more. Like Beyonce, getting stopped.
Well, my family, we have Jews in my family, Mexicans, we rainbow. My 2 nephews. And see, when the mother's Jewish, by their rules, the kids are Jewish. And I asked them how they self-define as African American. So who knows? That's what I'm telling you. I laugh. I can't. It's some confusing. I feel sorry for y'all.
Okay, Beyonce.
What about Beyonce?
Getting checked at customs. She got checked at customs because of her one-legged jumpsuit.
Well, don't wear that shit in customs.
What?
Well, you know, when you travel in fully clothed sweatsuit. I mean, you know.
Ray J compares a hater to Planet of the Apes, and you got a picture of this woman. It's cold, man. It's jacked up. I'm not going to display it.
Like Zero? That's cold like Zero. That's cold blooded.
I'm just saying. I had a lot of stories I could have dropped on the regular.
Well, we about to come.
Too late.
We're coming back to that because we got it's abbreviated, you all. First of all, so it's abbreviated. Yeah. Remember too, this week, Wednesday, tomorrow, Social Wednesdays. We're taking it to the virtual streets. We're going to Facebook with Uvu. So those of you who have your headsets, get ready. Come and be part of it, Mac. Come on, you can be part of it. We're going to play around. All the worst thing can happen is feedback.
I know.
Y'all know the worst thing with Uvu is feedback. As long as everybody wears a headset that's in the room, it's cool. So wear a headset, and we're going to go to Uvu and look at people's stuff. So we can go to Mac's site, you know, and have him explain what's up there, you know, and then play some of the stuff on his page at Facebook. It's an experiment in the making. Another experience. Everything is so zen. It seems simple, but when you execute it, it's so amazingly different. So tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., we're going into Facebook, looking around at our friends talking stuff and using Uvu. So get your headset on. So we're going to post some links.
Say hi to Becca, man.
Hi, Becca.
What's up, girl?
Man, you ain't missed nothing. We had technical issues this morning.
You have to make her feel the internet like she's missed something. You
missed it all.
You missed it.
President was here.
Thank you.
I got his case about the health care, but we decided we would talk about it later in private.
And Mac, I'll give you a couple of reasons to figure out why every black woman should marry a Jewish man, and I guarantee you'll probably come up with it on your first choice.
I've dated a Jewish woman. You know, see, to me, I'm rainbow. I ain't gonna lie. Sisters would get mad at me.
Yeah, say
I was with a Latina for 9 years. They was mad for that.
See, the whole point is.
But I love black women. I'm just saying, it's the individuals. It's not race.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But they make you feel like you got to apologize or something. You don't have to apologize. It's not race. It's the persons. You don't even when you love people and stuff. You don't be looking at them going like, "Oh, white girl," or "Oh, Latina." You don't do that when you love people.
Well, you know, you're talking to a different group of people, right?
Well, there's a lot of us out there that loved across racial, religious lines. And all that stuff melts into the background, don't it? It kind of melts away when you love people. Then you realize it has nothing at all to do with that. So interesting.
Hey, well, I can tell you this.
You got to hook up some of them Asians.
Okay. I can tell you this. The two reasons that black women should is because they make wonderful husbands, and the second one, they make wonderful lovers.
Well, they're good.
See, after Mag, didn't I tell you?
Oy vey.
Try to tell you, man, it's an easy answer.
Hey, it is, especially when you like it. I remember when I was early in training, I had a buddy, a Mexican cat who loved Asians. We were all together.
Right.
I was at the time like getting into Latinas. Watch that. And he's Mexican into Asians, and the white dude that was with us dated sisters. And we were all sitting there expounding the relative virtues of the women we liked.
That's right.
I was talking about the Latinas. He said, "Hey, man, you know me. I like the Asians."
See, everybody's doing it.
This is California for you.
But you know what?
You know how we get out here.
The issue or the question is never about should you. What everybody want to get into is the motivation of why you're doing it. And this one wasn't a bad one. It was
what's the motivation?
The motivation is that, of course, the men are moving into their careers. They have a priority sets are not just to romantically get engaged and get married. There's the other priorities, not through a fault of something that's wrong with the black man. So it was other options.
It has a lot to do with how much they cling to their religion in a strict form, because in a lot of ways, for a lot of the black women that I know, and even for a lot of my Jewish friends, you can see some Jewish men with black women, though. You really can see it. Yeah. And when I was in school again, there was a couple that we had, and she was one of them blackest black, dark cocoa sisters, and he was straight Jewishy, beard, kind of curly hair.
Oh, yeah.
And a really interesting couple. So, you know me. if it all works, it's how you embrace the religion.
Right.
And then you got a bunch of people studying the Kabbalah. So in a lot of ways, even the religious stuff can come together.
That's right.
Because they got there's a whole issue of black folks and the tribes and who's a Jew and who ain't a Jew and all that.
Yeah.
Interesting, Vic. So you started some shit.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
It was a positive.
Okay.
It was a positive because I said the motivation wasn't what you thought it would be. It was about career-minded males, African-American males, but there's a little bit more to it also. The availability of them also. Men tend to wait longer in years now because nobody's rushing to get married, but women may have an issue with timing and how much time because bearing children, all those other factors. So it's a domino effect, time, and people are waiting later to get married. So that just opens up a whole bunch of options outside of your normal community and culture. So you know how that goes, man. So it's not a bad thing. It's just do what best fits for you.
Well, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So we should take a break now, come back and do some news. Now I'm trying to play a Tesman Vic cut.
Changes or something. Don't do nothing slow.
Written and produced by Victor Allen.
Oh man, this is going way back.
Featuring Pam Williams.
Wow.
This is Victor. He's a cold lyricist, y'all.
Yeah.
That right here in the studio.
Oh yeah.
What this room right here, right?
Yeah,
It used to be
just so you know the old school part. It's about a conversation that God is having with you versus you're having a conversation with Him. And so He's talking to you right now. That's all.
We'll be right back.
You answer me. All along I knew is not free. Time and time again, when my friends of you, I give all my praise to hear you say. All you gotta do now, you know what to do now. All you gotta do now, hey, you know what to do now.
let me put this available for free download.
I did it today.
Yeah, this is the practice version. This is not the final.
LA also when they were practicing.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
We didn't finish shit back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody.
Boom. Bam.
Say.
Done.
Now that wasn't Pam Williams on vocals. That was Sheila.
That's right. Sheila. So we had a couple of versions. We had 3 different Lorraine.
Oh, you had Lorraine's version, Lorraine Williams,
and Sheila.
and then Sheila.
And then they even worked with the
Pam did a version
That's
too.
That's right. So this is not the final. This one.
I don't even know what the final is. It was your call.
I know.
What happened was the way all the CDs got made is one day I just had enough.
Yeah.
And I went to the studio and I took the best versions that we had and I tried to copy them onto, at the time, a DAT.
Yeah.
And send it off to make us, because back then that's how much work it was to make a CD.
Right.
So I got Vic, after I did ours, I called up, I said, Vic, you do the best you can at doing the pre-mix.
Right.
I'll come behind you and do the mix, and we sending this shit off.
Yeah, my
the CD was finished like that.
Yeah. My first attempt at writing a gospel song. And
it was hot.
The first attempt, and I said, man, okay, you know what? You don't fake it.
And the thing about you guys don't realize is that when Vic was tracking it, all that background arrangement stuff, that stuff he was singing. Vic was singing to him, say, won't you say, won't you say,
I hear.
You had to see it. Vic's going, say, and that's
funny. That's funny.
And that's Tasman Vic.
Right.
Because it's Cortez Douglas,
right?
They called the Tez Man,
right? And
the musical arrangements, playing everything. He sequenced everything,
right?
So before Cortez he played everything. That's what everybody know. He played everything. He sequenced the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes, he on my W30 and a bunch of other stuff we had at the time. Old equipment.
Yeah, old school, old days, man.
Wow. So I just want y'all to hear that because it's Paxter. All right, so we got some stuff for it. So let's go. It's time now, ladies and gentlemen. It's now time to transition to that next phase. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, you know how much we hate to waste our ado. Here's the good news. No, because the shit won't go full screen. See, this is what I'm saying. See how internet television be messing you up some days?
So what you did is work with that computer that's not acting right.